Are you trying to increase your squat? Let me tell you how I grew my squat from 225 by 4 back in 2021 to currently 350 by 5. So, and my top 3 rep max is 375. So the main thing I have to say about targeting squat is you have to specify your training to squat. If that's your goal, it has to be squats in just about every workout. Now, the reason I say every workout is because I run a full body split 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And I know not a lot of people would like to lift that often doing the same exercises, but to me, I enjoy it. So focus on the squat and increase your frequency for that squat movement. Secondly, you should really be focused on increasing the weight over time in the sense that not every week has to go up, but it should be going up every month at least. It doesn't have to be by a lot. Hopefully, if all goes well, it should be by a lot, like a 20-pound increase here, a 10-pound increase here. Some months maybe it'll be like a 5-pound increase, but regardless, the trend needs to be going up. And once we're working with our closer, higher percentages of like what your 1 rep max is, I say like take your rest days. They become a lot more important when you're moving close, you're pushing the needle a lot closer. Because we're working with a full body split, I honestly don't worry too much about taking an extra rest day here or there because it's a full body split. Like I'm not gonna grow one muscle more than the other. Everything is getting hit whenever it gets hit. So this full body split just gives me more freedom to go to each workout feeling good and strong and hitting it to the best of my ability. Whereas another split might mess up. You might take a day off because you're not feeling good, and then you miss like, oh, I missed upper today, and then you never get it back, you know? Like we want to make sure we have a standard set of progressions. So I would aim to increase the weight. If it's a squat movement, you're trying to increase that weight by 10 pounds each week. And on good weeks, you're gonna hit that goal. On bad weeks, you might only get a 5-pound increase. On really bad weeks, you might not get any, and it might drop. And that's when you know, okay, maybe I gotta pull back, like take some rest days, you know, drop volume down a little bit, but still maintain a decent amount of intensity. Like, pull back a set here and there so that you're not fatiguing yourself as bad. What I found helps me a lot is following a program, not necessarily to the T, because I follow MadCal, but I don't follow it to the T. What I do is I follow the general structure of MadCal program, and then I do a lot of auto regulation. So if I saw that I completely failed my lift, then I know I'm a little too fatigued and I gotta pull back somewhat, so I'll do less volume. And if it's really bad, then I just won't lift for like 2-3 days and let myself recover, and then I come back and I just get back into it. As we get higher and higher into these lifts, supplementation becomes pretty important because you're accumulating a lot of fatigue very quickly. So you want to make sure you're getting your zinc intake, you're getting your vitamin D intake, your magnesium intake. You want to, at least for me, I've also seen that supplementation with oral L-carnitine has helped me a lot in my recovery. It doesn't necessarily help me push bigger numbers, but it does help me recover when I'm doing this, so indirectly pushes my numbers higher. The magnesium helps you sleep better so that you're maximizing the amount of muscle that you're building overnight. Vitamin D increases your testosterone. So you just want to make sure you're doing everything in your power to increase these numbers. And then ultimately, I also say you got to give thanks to God for letting you live, for letting you breathe, because at the end of the day, if we don't give that, we don't really have anything. The fact that we even can do this is a blessing in and of itself, because at the end of the day, giving thanks also puts you in a positive mindset so that when you go in there, you're happy to be there. You're grateful to be there, to even be able to do these things. So I think it helps you overall change your mindset so that you're able to hit bigger numbers, you know, just for the mere fact that you're happy to be here. Lastly, you want to make sure you're eating enough protein. So for me, I honestly don't really track as much as I should. I keep a general vague target of anywhere between 150 to 190 grams of protein. Anywhere in there. I don't necessarily care if I hit a specific number, as long as it's in that general range and I don't overeat on any specific thing. Like, I don't track it meticulously anymore. I don't. Could I see improvement if I did do that? Maybe. I don't know, because I feel like the added stress of doing that meticulously might counteract the positive effect I would have had from tracking it that meticulously, you know? So I don't know. To recap, you want to focus on progressive overload. You want to make sure that you aim to hit 5 to 10 pounds increase every week, and on the weeks you can't, you drop down the volume. 2, you want to make sure you're getting the right supplementation and diet. So you want to be high protein. You want to have a good target for protein based on your own weight. And then 3, you want to make sure your supplementation on the side is good. So you want to make sure you're getting all your vitamins and minerals and anything else that could possibly enhance your performance to the level that you want to take it. 4, you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep and recovery, because you can work out all you want, but if you're not recovering from that, all you're doing is tearing down your muscle instead of building it. That's what you need to increase your squat from 225 all the way up to 375 for 3, which is where I'm at.